Hey guys, I have the Powerbeats3 wireless earphones here. I've had these ones for a couple of years, I think. So these have been out for a while. But I think they're definitely still very much relevant headphones here. Come in this little carry rubberized pouch. You just push it open here. You can have the small cable that comes with it just sitting in there. It's micro USB, which is nice. It's not a proprietary charging cable. Comes with several different tips, and these are probably the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn. These stay on your ears whether you're running, speed walking, hiking, working out. These have been the best I've ever had. I've been hit in the head, and these are never moved from my ears. And wearing them for long hours, not too much ear fatigue, very little, which a lot of times most headphones, my ears get sore after a few hours. But there's a few things with these ones that kind of separate themselves from other headsets for the most part. I mean, obviously they're expensive, so if a price is a factor, then you might want to look at something else. But battery life, that's huge. These guys have up to 12 hours. And it's great, especially if you forget to charge them up, depending on what you use them for, or if you use them for work or working out or running. These will last a long time. If you're just doing for workout sessions or running or something, half an hour, you could make this last a whole week. Really great. It's got the, I forget what it's called, quick charge. You charge it for 5 minutes and you can get an hour, which again is really good when you forget to charge it, which I've done. Then you can have some juice. I don't really find this has got like a tensioning part here. You can shorten it. This doesn't really fly around or anything too much. Pretty easy to put on. It's got an on-off button at the top with a indicator light, white. When it's charging, this will be red and slightly pulsating, if I recall. I'd say the only thing that, and this might just be a preference for me, but the only downside on these, other than price, obviously, is the controller here. Very hard to kind of distinguish where the buttons are and the clickability, because you got to do your triple, your double tap to do certain controls. And when you're hiking, when you're running, when you're doing something, it can sometimes be a little tricky, especially if you're wearing these and it's cooler or cold out and you have thin or even a little bit thicker gloves. Then it can be a little, because if you press a little bit to the side here, then you're hitting the volume button. You got to be right on here. So I wish it was a little bit more, I don't know, like volume button, that's easy, pretty easy to do. But this one, like if you're off a little bit, then you're, right now I'm hitting the volume button. And then even if you're on the out a little bit, I'm hitting the volume too. This is hitting the volume right now because it's recessed. I don't know if you can tell, but it's recessed in there. So it's actually a little bit hard to hit. I've had issues many times with that. But really that and the price are the only downfall. Battery life, if you're looking for battery life, 12 hours. And I've used it up to around there. So that's really awesome. Let's see. What else do I got on here? I mean, these have been out for a bit, but yeah, they're still pretty expensive. So but they're worth it. I've also, like I said, I've had these a couple years. I've ran with them, hiked with them, taken them to work a lot, and they're still ticking. This is great. You throw them in here, and you can throw them in a bag, and they're not going to get damaged or anything. They sync well to my phone. I've had over the approximately, I'll say 2 years I've had them. I've had very few times where all of a sudden I've lost the Bluetooth link. Generally it's very stable, and it can go pretty far distance as well. And let's see, if you have a smartwatch, you can also hook it to that. If I missed anything or you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I don't have the highest quality of videos here, but trying to help you in your purchases, and hopefully this is helpful for you guys. You guys have a fantastic day.